Hey everyone, welcome to our video series, Canal Days, and thanks for joining us for today's episode of the Gatehouse Park of South Hadley, Massachusetts. I am your host, Carrie, here with my co-host, local historian and founder of the Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, Robert Camus. As your personal tour guide, Robert will lead you through some of the most iconic sites and their legends of historic significance throughout New England's preeminent and pivotal state of Massachusetts. With his expert insights, every monument and memorial story comes to life. Afterwards, don't forget to check out his website, holyokecanaltour.org, to access the full Canal Days video and podcast series. Also, check out his free in-person public tours he offers throughout Western Mass and the 2025 schedule for these special events. You can also book personalized private tours for groups of all sizes tailored to your interests. To discover all that and much more, remember to log on to holyokecanaltour.org. Get ready to be transported back in time on an unforgettable adventure.
Alright, let's go into the Gatehouse Park. This is a place behind or alongside the Hadley Public Library, and it's where the navigational boats that were in the Hadley Canal were lifted or lowered to the level of the river inside of a lock. Now, we can't go into the park, it's locked up, but we can go above it and beyond it, and I can show you where the lock system is. It's one lock big, and the Hadley Canal had about 10 locks on it, and those locks are gone except this one. This one was the last one. It came in 1794. It was modified in 1848 because a new dam, the Holyoke Dam, came into place. Instead of a dam that jutted outwards, it was a dam put in place across the whole river, and they needed a place to modify it so that they can have a better lock put in, and boats could go along the Connecticut River and go through this lock and navigate around the very low level rapids. And in 1863 it was closed up for good. There was no more transportation on the Hadley Navigation Canal. Okay. Down there, there's a horizontal stretch where it's a lock. It should be about 80 feet long because the boats are about 70 feet long. They had to fit in. It should be 16 feet wide, and it should be about 4 feet deep. I know it's very hard to see through this fence. Okay, and this is the gatehouse for that lock. It's controlled the water going through. Now there were doors on both ends that would close up, and then when the boat was in there, it would open either upwards or downwards. It would raise the boat to the level of the water which was in either direction that it was going. So it raise it up or down if we were going downstream, down to the Connecticut River, or upstream, raise it up and down that direction. And the house was put here so that the lock tender could open up these gates very easily and pump water in and out very easily to the level that it needed to be at. Now, there's another gatehouse put next to it. Remember I told you the story that in 1848, when this gatehouse was put in, there was already a lock here, and in 1860. At the same time, there was an industrial canal here called the Bardwell Canal, and that's why that replica canal over there is about 32 feet across, because it was double the width our two canals going. One industrial and one was the navigation. And so they put the other house in when they needed to control the industrial canal. There was two canals to control, and it would let water in when the power mills were going, and otherwise it would close up and not allow them to go. So these were basically put in for control of the water, especially at night when you didn't want it to go through. Right, and there's a Gatehouse Park down below. Okay, and that's Gatehouse Park. It has an apron on it from the 1900 dam back to the 1848 dam. That was put in when the big dam was put in 1900. And then it has on top of that a flood control water put in the year 1940. Control it. Both the bricks buildings here. One of the brick buildings looks to be higher than the other. They're both the same elevation, but one has a greater depth to it downwards, and that's because they added more brick to it. There was two there, one to control the industrial canal and the other control the navigational canal. But when they both closed up, they lowered one's brickwork, and then look at the left one has masonry stone put into place, the apron, and the other one has concrete put into place to close that up.